Hopefully.
We're back. Really. People have been yearning. They've been asking for our opinion on the Arctic monkeys.
I've had people come up to me in the streets and say, "Audio shop, stop talking to me. Who are you?"
Get out of my face.
I didn't come up to you. You came up to me.
Sir, I'm 58. I don't have time to listen to podcasts. You say it's for everyone. No, but we're back.
We are back. Somehow. Somehow Audio Shop has returned.
I was just about to make that joke.
Great minds think alike.
Oh, yeah, no. So thank you all for joining us again. We're going to be reviewing AM by Arctic Monkeys. A bit of left field choice for us. I feel sometimes we have the weakness of sticking to our lane, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, our gorillas, our ELOs, our Takanakas. Or, we'll do a new release, but, new releases are just variable on what comes out.
Yes.
We don't always do a bit of a grab bag, which is what today's is.
Yeah, something not really that old in the grand scheme of things, but not something we've really listened to before.
Yeah. It's by no means obscure.
No.
But it's not something I know either of us are really, have listened to a lot.
I feel like it's still quite popular, though.
Oh, 100%. And what's that album we're talking about? We're talking about AM by Arctic Monkeys. For those of you who don't know, Arctic Monkeys are an English rock band formed in Sheffield in 2002. They've got lead singer Alex Turner, drummer Matt Helders, guitarist Jamie Cook, and bassist Nick O'Malley. They kind of arose, like I said, during the early 2000s, getting attention via this new thing called the internet. So much that it was called blog rock. Which the idea of having music go through the internet was still, I guess, kind of novel back in 2002. Which kind of shifted how bands were being marketed.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously worked out for the Arctic Monkeys because they have sold well. In the U.S. alone, they've sold over 30 million units. And in the UK, we're the first independent label band to debut at number 1 with each of their first 5 albums. So even out the gate, they were swinging. They've won Brit Awards, British Group Awards, British Album of the Year. So, and they've been nominated for 9 Grammys. So, certainly not what I would say obscure, but a pretty beloved British rock group.
Yeah. Didn't have the balls to name their album Arctic Monkeys about Arctic monkeys, but AM works too.
They could have done like a Viagra Boys thing where they just shift one letter.
Yeah.
So it's like the Arctic Monkeys.
Exactly, yeah.
But no, this is the album, like I said, AM. It is I believe their 5th album? Yes, their 5th album. So it included their last album to go number 1. And released back in 2013. So, like you said, not new, but not old.
I mean, it's still, what is it? That's still 13 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit of
2013 time. Is as close to the year 2000 as it is to 2026.
That feels wrong.
But it's correct. It's math.
Doesn't mean it doesn't feel like it's incorrect.
But yeah, no, this was a very well-selling album. Went 4 times platinum in the U.S. And yeah, it's I think considered their most popular album.
I would say so, because there's a couple on here that I actually recognized. And I've never listened to Arctic Monkeys before this, so.
So, let's jump right into it then if you're ready, Sam.
Yes, sir, with track number 1.
Track number 1, Do I Wanna Know?
And this was the one that I recognized, which, it's the title track, and I think it's definitely the most famous track from the album. The main theme is very familiar, also because it only is the main theme as the backing track. It just loops it continuously.
Yes, it is a very straightforward alt-rock song.
Yes, gives me some mental reminders of Imagine Dragons at times.
Yeah, I think it kind of falls within. I guess Imagine Dragons were also very popular around the 2000,
The 2010s.
Yeah, the early 2010s. Kind of a bit of a boom clap vibe going on to it as well. I mean, it is easily their most popular song. It's got nearly 3 billion views on Spotify.
My partner described this as hot topic music.
It's not inaccurate. Yeah, it's very much leaning heavily into that, like you said, like late 2000s, early 2010s alt rock sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, think of your Imagine Dragons. Think of like some lesser White Stripe songs.
Yeah,
kind of along those lines.
What you mean, White Stripes made more than Seven Nation Army?
They actually have some good stuff. But also, Seven Nation Army is their most popular song, and it sounds not dissimilar to this one.
And it's funny because we originally were going to do this quite some time ago, and the day after, like the week after we were going to do it, and I had started it, and that was my fault. I had too much going on that weekend, and I couldn't finish the writing everything up in time. But I went to the gym that Monday, and this album was playing on the speakers. So maybe I had heard it before at the gym.
Did you feel pumped?
No, I immediately put my headphones in and started listening to Justice.
Yeah, no, this is a very straightforward song, which I think part of the, I'll call it appeal of this kind of alt sound is that it has a kind of a bassy, catchy main melody. Mm-hmm. And the song absolutely hangs its hat on that melody. Like it is tied to the hip.
Yeah, it starts and ends the song with that. I mean, I love how hard the instrumentation goes, but for me, the vocals don't quite live up to the sound until around the chorus. And also, I'm not a huge fan of that falsetto. It's a bit rough, and it's not going for a super polished sound, but it's also doesn't sound the best.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the vocalists on this as well. Like I said, it's kind of I don't know, with how bassy and kind of I wouldn't say driving, but kind of the sound that's coming through with that backing melody. It just doesn't really have as much character or energy as you would kind of want. No,
and I don't know how to describe the vocals other than that 2010s sound. Well, I'm showing my hand a bit too much for track 2, but the stacking of everything in this track during the chorus hits a lot harder, I think, with how slim the rest of the vocal sections are. And I do appreciate that it sticks around after the last chorus to end out the song, because it's a lot better once there's stacked vocals rather than just his singular approach.
Yeah, it feels like it needed some filling out besides just the main melody. I mean, the chorus does add some energy, but it's kind of just that.
Yeah, it's very repetitive.
All right, mind if we want to move on to track number 2? If you're ready, Sam?
Speaking of repetitive, jumping to track number 2.
Track number 2, Are You Mine? ?
Which it sounds very similar to the first track. The main melody is very close to the same melody as the first track.
Yes, it is extremely similar. I mean, I'd say that the drumming is a little bit more forward-facing on this song. Or a lot more forward-facing.
But the main melody is basically the same.
Yeah, it's very close to what we saw on Do I Want to Know.
And there's a couple of tracks on here. There's one really egregious one later on that I'll be shocked if you didn't catch, where they're either lifting their own melody and just changing a note or two, or just stealing someone else's melody and changing a note. But I am not a fan of the vocal stylings of this. It's very 2010s vocalist, which is way better than the vocal stylings of the early mid 2000s. But it's not, I don't know, it's not good. Everyone was trying to be like they didn't care, and that was an excuse to be bad.
I mean, it's not like unlistenable. But
No.
Yeah,
In no means is it unlistenable, but it's just, I don't know, something about it. Certain lacks a bit of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, it certainly feels a little bit like, just showing up.
Yeah. Better than the acapella era, though. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, no, it kind of bleeds in that kind of faux alternative rock.
Yeah.
Where, it's like it's a little bassier, but that's like all the edge you've really got.
Yeah, it's corporate alternative rock.
Yeah, it doesn't feel particularly, cutting edge.
No.
Which, not that a song has to be cutting edge, right? But it also just feels... With this song in particular, it has a certain, I don't know, imposter syndrome thing going on. It just feels like a little not self-assured.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Well, especially since it's just copying its main melody from track one. Doesn't have a lot of its own...
People really listen to that track, so...
Yeah. I do the stripped back sections outside the chorus work better for me than the chorus. I kind of like the vocal. I know I was just complaining about the vocal styling, but during those stripped back sections, I actually like it. It fits. It's kind of on top of the mix. It's better because I think one of my biggest complaints with this album is the vocalist is always mixed either second or third, always below the lead guitar. Sometimes it makes it really hard to listen to.
Yeah, he's definitely far back in the mix, which I mean I get the aesthetic that they're going for. But the instrumentation doesn't really evolve too much, so...
No. When you're playing the one melody and looping it, it's kind of hard to justify having that right at the top. But jumping to track 3, if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 3, One for the Road.
Good thing I really liked those falsetto vocals earlier.
I was about to say, uh-oh.
Yeah.
They are not going away in this song.
It's rough. The stacked vocals, I think, for this, because there's the falsetto and then the normal register, I think it would be a little bit better if there was another layer in between to help marry the falsetto to the lower register, because for the most part, it's just the falsetto and then, I say lower, there's normal register. Which kind of is grating. It's not quite the full stacked vocals. It just feels like it's slapped on top. I think something to tie it together would be a little nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's going for a different vibe than the first two songs.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Slightly different.
It's not
but yeah,
they really good vibe, but
I mean, they definitely lean into the falsetto side of it. I mean, there's some song progression. They had a little plucky guitar into the song, which is kind of nice.
Mm.
And it does kind of break open a bit more at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, but then there's that whole really stripped back section right after that at 2:30 that was it went too far. It reminded me a lot of the Hall & Oates song "You Make My Dreams Come True" when he says, "Now listen to this," and it's 2 guitar chords that's supposed to be a solo, where everything drips out. Yeah, that's. I think about that song a lot as well.
Well, that makes one of us.
That's all I have
really
for
have
this
too
one.
much to say about this one. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we're in the same boat. Jumping to track number 4 then, if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 4, Arabella.
I did quite enjoy the faster vocal performance on this one. It felt stronger for his voice rather than the kind of drawn out performance. And some of this song sounded, it was kind of Beatles reminiscent, I thought.
I can't say I got Beatles from this song.
There's one later that's very Beatles. There was something about his vocal intonation that pinged that bell in my head for some reason.
Yeah, I can't say I got it from any of the songs here, but maybe once we get to it, you'll be able to point it out.
No, that I don't know. That was something I wrote when we were originally going to review this. I was listening for it again. Listening for it again today. I didn't catch it the same, but that was also because there's a song later that I'm like, okay, this just sounds like the Beatles.
Yeah, no, I mean, this one I guess starts with a little bit more pitched guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the vocal breakdown on the chorus feels like it's lacking a little bit of oomph, which I think kind of applies to the album as a whole vocally.
Yeah.
Again, I get the kind of washed out vocal sounds, kind of like what they're going for, but I don't know. It kind of makes it blend into the background a bit.
Yeah, especially since the vocals aren't on top, and they use kind of the same style and filter on every song. It kind of helps blend it all together into, a mush. But I will say I was ragging on the falsetto earlier. I do like the application of it here, jumping back and forth across the vocal gap from the normal range to the falsetto. That was kind of a nice touch. It was something a little more interesting, at least.
Yeah, I mean, the song just has some fun follow through. The guitar gets a little chunky on the chorus, which is kind of fun. But yeah, this album just doesn't really commit to like the hard sound.
No.
Maybe like a little bit at the end of the song, but then it also ends very suddenly.
Yeah. There was a little bit of a solo there at the end, and it would have been nice to have some more. Just gave a taste and then ran away, and the song's over.
But yeah, that's all I have to say on Arabella.
Jumping to track number 5, then.
Yeah, track number 5, I Want It All.
Isn't that already another song?
There's I Want the World from the Willy Wonka soundtrack.
Yeah, not that one. I swear there was... was there something from Queen? I don't remember. Anyway, the ever-present guitar on top of the mix with only falsetto makes this one impossible to understand what is being said. And I thought that was the case, but then at 1:15, the guitar drops out, and it's just mainly the falsetto, and I cannot understand anything that is being said.
I to give a little peek behind the curtain, we wrote these notes a little longer ago than we usually do before doing our reviews, cracking up some of my comments. Here I just put, bro, you are not The Weeknd.
That's good.
It's like, okay, you gotta start with the falsetto, man, if you're not gonna, be able to do it that well.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's serviceable. It's a little serviceable.
Yeah. I will say track 5 is starting where all the rest of these I took today. I did not go back and finish it after we skipped that week. So
yeah, no.
Yeah,
so
I could not understand a word.
Which I don't think you're supposed to. And like, what? You think they're going to be saying poetry? You think they're saying Walt Whitman right now?
No, because there's some lyrics later that I hate.
What, the shoo wop?
Not that one. But yeah, it's just I could understand using the strip back and nothing happening if they were at least using the vocals as an instrument, but it's fairly monotone, or at least bouncing around in the same range with the same melody every time.
Yeah, no, it's again not quite feeling this song.
No, it's not very good. Jump into track number 6 if you're ready, Goober.
It's track number 6, number 1 party anthem.
Which you think would have a little bit of oomph to it.
Well, that's the joke, right? So the number 1 party anthem, and it's a sad song.
Yeah, I really like the piano that comes in. I wish it was a little bit higher in the mix. But I like the vocals in this one. They mesh in quite nicely.
Yeah, I'm glad they finally dropped the whole like faux, like hard, hot rock sound.
Yeah.
Because I actually do think the lead singer's vocal styling fits this type of music a lot better
Yes, I
than
agree.
what was earlier in the album. It's a little bit more acoustic focused, a little bit more like dripping in emotionality, um, which leads to like I think a much stronger delivery on his
Yeah.
behalf.
This was the one that the main melody of this is very Beatles coded. At least in my opinion.
Mm, I always get more like Panic at the Disco, like some of his
Okay.
slower songs.
I can see that. I will say I do wish that 90% of this song wasn't him saying come on, come on, come on in the most annoying way possible.
Yeah, but you know,
Cuz
you can't win them all.
it starts really strong and then he just runs out of, like, they stopped writing lyrics and just put come on for the rest of it.
Um, I mean, I will say I like how the song progresses when it kind of breaks open at like the 240 mark.
Yeah.
And the vocals really start popping off. It actually like has like an interesting main melodic line, good guitar work. I think the vocalist is like actually really delivering.
I think the ending of it just kind of killed it for me.
I think it delivers on the song.
Yeah. Jumping to track 7 if you're ready, Coop.
Track number 7, Mad Sounds.
So for this one, I felt that they were trying to go for like a British invasion style song.
They are British.
Because the backing track is great, the lyrical performance is very good, but I think what was killing it for me is just the mic. It's too crisp. Like, they needed some kind of filter or to use a different type of microphone. It felt like the vocals weren't a part of the song for me.
Oh, so the vocals are too filtered in the first songs. Now they're too crisp in the next songs. Take a lane, Sam.
The lane is they didn't do a good job mixing the vocals.
I mean, they're definitely a lot less filtered on this one. I enjoy it compared to what was earlier on the album.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get what you're saying in terms of them being like very crisp. But I think it works better on these kind of sadder, slower songs.
Yeah. Maybe if they recorded on tape, maybe it would have sounded better then.
That really would have been throwback.
The digital sound, I think I could pick that up because the instrumental sounded great. It was just, I don't know, something with the vocals, but when the chorus comes in, that helps blend it way better. I was thinking maybe at that point, maybe if he had just recorded a second take to duet it with himself, that would have fixed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like some stacked vocals. I mean, the synth organ is fine. I like it as well.
Yeah. Gotta love some Wurlitzer.
And they got some ooh la las in there.
Mm-hmm. And then there's that layered guitar around the 2:30 mark. The ending of the song is fantastic. Just the start of it was kind of like, ooh, come on. It's almost there. It just needs a little bit of tweaking to be that much better.
Yeah, these when they slow it down a bit, they actually like have song progression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it ends on a strong note too.
Yeah. Jumping to track 8, if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 8, Fireside.
This one, the start sounded like it was about to launch into Rasputin by Boney M.
Well,
you hear it?
Not really.
Really?
I mean, it's got like, I guess it's got like a little bit more of a, I don't know what to call it. A more like, almost like Spanish guitar kind of acoustic opening. Maybe it's that bass line. I can kind of hear it in the bass line.
Yeah, the bass and the drums is what I was like, it sounds like it's about to be Rasputin, and then it wasn't.
I mean, the vocal styling, he goes a bit lower.
Yeah.
On the song, which seems to bring out his Britishness a bit more. I don't know how else
yeah.
to say it.
And there's a lot of fun instruments in this one, or at least really nice filters. Ever present in the background, there's kind of this like warbly thing that might be a guitar, or it might be a synth. I don't know what it is, but it's really fun. This one's a decent song.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's got some solid backing on the instrumentation. I wouldn't say it's anything incredible,
No.
but it's like a solid enough, like kind of slower alt rock song.
Yeah.
It
It's
does have a
it
guitar solo. That's fun.
yeah, it's not just repeating the same melody that the first track uses.
Yes.
Speaking of, jumping to track number 9 if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 9. Why'd you only call me when you're high? Which I hope is you like that sentence because you're gonna hear it a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, this is this just is the main theme again from the first track.
It's called a leaf motif, Sam.
Yeah, I call it lacking originality. I'm fine using callback, like if maybe on the last track, you're like, oh, here's the main theme again. Or like it's more, because I think there's been a couple where there's been that kind of theme where it bounces around between instruments. There's more than just guitar and drums, and it, that theme comes up every once in a while in one of the instrumental sections, but not the main theme of the song being the same as the first track.
Yeah, I mean, when they go to this sound, it's like very obvious that they're going back to that well.
Yeah.
And clearly they don't have to. I mean, the last 3 songs show that they could kind of vary it up a bit.
Yeah, they're good. They're not derivative of the earlier stuff. They're not, I mean, they're nothing crazy amazing, but they're good. They're original. They're fun.
Yeah, no. But I mean, not to get into like the business of it, but these kind of songs are the ones that did the numbers.
Yeah.
So I can't, necessarily blame them, but it's certainly not my cup of tea.
No. And I mean, this one is the shortest song on the album as well, for good reason.
I mean, it sticks to that main bass line.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me, I don't know, Glass Animal vibes, a little bit, but
overall, not the best.
yeah, I mean, it's a little tongue in cheek. That's a little fun. Vote like in terms of lyrical content. It's the first one that probably had any interesting lyrical content.
Well, there's. I can't wait till we get the one I've got the lyrics written down for.
Nice. Well, you want to move on to the next track?
Yes, track number 10.
Track number 10, Snap Out of It.
The drums are really the star of the show of this one, I think, personally.
Yeah, and it's got like a very forward piano, which is nice as well.
And something I don't think has been included until this point is for the vocal line, there's a bass vocal line, which maybe is just making an appearance or is finally mixed high enough for us to hear. I can't tell which.
Yeah, backing vocals are not a big thing in this album.
No.
Which I think does delete some hollowness in the vocal department.
I agree. But it was a nice taste, but it also had me second guessing of maybe if I go back and listen to all the other songs really loud, maybe I'll hear it in the other tracks.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, no, I mean, this is a fine song. The chorus kind of falls into the like kind of, I don't know, like target music like realm.
Yeah.
Like kind of like this is rock, but it's like Green Day, father of all rock, Yeah. It's like, okay.
That old meme where it's like, this is not your father's rock, and then it's
no Swedish songwriters. Yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. It's like, okay, calm down.
That's all I had for this one.
If you're ready to go to the track number 11, Sam.
Number 11.
Track number 11. Knee socks.
Knee socks. Yeah.
That's what you wear as pajamas, Sam. Remember? Just knee socks.
Just knee socks. No. That's just thigh highs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the main theme of this one is just Tom's Diner, but one note different.
Da 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 da.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely picked up on that one.
I clocked that instantly. I'm like, come on, man. Are you serious?
The other references I wasn't quite getting from you, but this one is like, ooh, it was like instant. I'm like,
yeah,
that's just that one song.
It's literally just, it does the da 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 da, and then it just changes the rest of the last couple notes.
Which, to be fair, that's a good melody.
It is, but it's like, ooh, okay, that's just lifting the same melody. Like, come on. Speaking of, I did find I couldn't remember for the life of me what the song was. So I'll share this with you. It's a website where you can hum a melody and it'll match the melody.
Really?
To a song.
Didn't know we had that technology.
I did not either, and it likely is AI, but this is probably one of the few good uses for AI, because I will, honest to God, waste 2 hours of my life trying to find a song. if there's a melody that I've got in my head and I can't find the song, and that's why I didn't finish this review originally, because I had Hall & Oates in my head and I could not remember for the life of me what that song was. I didn't know who it was by. I didn't know what the song name was, and I took 40 minutes to find it.
Well, the beauty of modern technology.
Yeah. Because I started looking for this, and I'm like, I have no clue what to even look for. It was in the 2010s at some point, the version I heard, but yeah, it's a stolen melody.
Yeah, and it's used to lesser effect as well.
Yes. I mean, I do like the muted drum hits in the background. That's kind of a fun sound. It's, bass without being a kick drum. But, yeah.
I think they use the phrase knocking boots. That's a fun phrase.
Yeah, that is fun. I didn't like the dropped out vocal only section around 2:30. That didn't work for me. It's kind of, it's at odds with the rest of the song. And it loops the same lyrics 3 times in a row, which after the second time, you're just like, okay, come on, move on. Like, you don't need to do this again.
Yeah. I guess it varies with the song, but yeah, it doesn't really add too much to it.
No. But yeah, that was, that's the first melody lift that I've heard where I've been like, that is literally just the same melody. It's not, this kind of sounds like this. This is this.
Yeah, it is exceedingly obvious.
Jump into track number 12 if you're ready, Coop.
Track number 12, the last track, I Wanna Be Yours.
This is the one that I had some lyrics written down for. I don't know if you caught them.
I was not listening to the lyrics, so please surprise me.
Ooh, so the first lyric is, I want to be your vacuum cleaner, breathe in your dust, which feels very 14-year-old quote-unquote emo sending to their crush.
Man, I'd be embarrassed to text that to somebody, much less put it into a song.
Yeah, that came up. I'm like, okay, I immediately regret listening to the lyrics on this one.
Any other good lyrics?
There was a couple, but I didn't write them down. I'll pull it up while you're.
The vacuum cleaner one is it sucks.
That was the one that really caught my attention.
But I don't have too much to say about the song. I'm trying to describe the album as a whole, honestly.
Yeah, that's
like some more falsetto, some more piano, which is fun. It's kind of a low-key ending for the album, which I'm not necessarily against. And I kind of like the ending of the song. It kind of has some vocal backing and some build up there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's okay.
I'm not crazy excited about this album.
No. You want to hear some more lyrics?
I do.
I want to be your Ford Cortina. I will never rust. If you like your coffee,
like cars too.
If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. And then this one is very.
Bro, that's ass.
Yeah, well, you'd think that's bad. Try and get more British than this. Let me be your lecky meter, and I'll never run out.
Ugh.
Let me be the portable heater that you'll get cold without.
Gag.
I want to be your setting lotion. Hold your hair in deep devotion, at least as deep as the Pacific Ocean.
At least.
At least. It's just, bad. And that's
Yeah.
I've read you all the lyrics off this song.
Oh, God,
The
man.
chorus is just "I want to be yours" over and over again.
Yeah, I got that part.
I I'll be honest, this was such a weak end to the album. It started off okay, and then just sorry, the B-sides of this album, the album in general, it started off with some oomph, and then just the B-sides completely shit the bed.
Uh, I mean, did it start off with an oomph?
A
Because I
little
mean,
bit
it like I don't know. I mean, I think the middle couple songs
oomph compared to
were
the end.
well, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it started off firing on all cylinders.
No,
Not that it means it
I
didn't end
definitely
great,
think
but
I Want It All Through Mad Sounds is probably the strongest. Or I Want It All Through no, sorry, 678. Party Anthem through Fireside is probably the strongest stretch on the album.
yeah, no, I'm in agreement. Like the middle chunk is pretty okay. But yeah, I think it's kind of sandwiched.
The rest is
By
just
some
kind of
lesser
that
songs.
2010 slop, I want to say. Just corporate. It's corporate rock, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's like a very
It's safe.
gentrified alt rock.
Yes, it sounds hard, but it's not.
Yes. Which is a shame. I guess we should get into the our favorites and least favorites here, Sam.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about the album,
What's your favorite, Coop?
I mean, I guess favorite I'll have to go with party number one party anthem.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, the middle batch of songs is pretty good. Like party anthem, Mad Sounds, Fireside. I think they kind of hit on a much better, more low key, more emotional sound. Once they kind of got away from, like you said, the kind of faux punk rock or garage rock that they were going for, it was certainly I think they're a lot more in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And I haven't listened to that much Arctic Monkeys, to be honest. But that felt like a lot more of like their strengths than what they were doing as otherwise. And now, what about you, Sam?
I think I'll pick Mad Sounds just because it has Wurlitzer organ on it. It's
That's a good reason.
that's the best reason I've got. What about least favorite song? What are you picking for that?
I mean, I guess I want it all just because there's so much. There's like really heavy on the falsetto.
Yeah, it's just completely unlistenable.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of falls in the same trap that a lot of the songs fall into this album.
Yeah.
Again, it did numbers. I guess I can't necessarily blame them for chasing the sound.
No.
During the time that they did, but yeah, it did. It's not a timeless sound. I'll say that. It did not age well.
Man, the 2000s and 2010s music really sounds dated, for the most part. And I mean, maybe that's just. Sorry, go ahead.
I think the pop sounds certainly.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess you could say that about any genre of music or any time of music where there was like chasing a sound, but like goodness, they definitely went a little overdrive.
Maybe it's we're in that period of filtering down. Like everyone's like, oh well, 80s and 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s music's fantastic because we've had that period of filtering down to just the good stuff. People aren't listening to the shit from those eras.
I mean, there was some shit in the 90s.
Yes, there was.
But yeah, so this is still kind of on the fringe of like, yeah, it was popular at the time, but I don't think anyone's really coming back to this sound anytime soon.
This was on at the gym, so somebody's listening to it. Somebody had to pick that. I think it was the whole album. I put my headphones in. I only heard "Do I Want to Know," but somebody is picking to listen to this still.
At this point, Sam, I think it's time for us to rate this album. If you're ready.
Yes. So let me pull the text up. I don't remember who did it last time. Would you like to do, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah, I can do it.
All right, go ahead.
Because here at the Audio Shop podcast, actually, Sam, I didn't want to reveal this to you, just not to seem biased, but I actually wrote the lyrics for "I Want to Be Yours."
Oh,
yeah, I mailed them in. And I said, hey, I think this would make a great song. And Alex Turner, the lead singer, called him back and said, this sounds fantastic. but can you put in the car reference because we love your podcast so much? I said, Alex, this podcast isn't going to come out for another 7 years. He goes, no, it's going to be great. You're going to love making a car-themed podcast. I went, car-themed podcast, huh? So yeah, there's our origin story. Thanks, Alec Turner of the Arctic Monkeys.
Why did you write that song?
Huh? Oh, it was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I didn't actually think he'd take it.
You were making fun of him. I see. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. And I just felt bad after. I was like, oh, he actually really liked it. Again, I'm a little too far deep, so
yeah.
Sorry, this is the way you find out about it, Alex. No, but at the tip top, the cream of the crop, we've got Showroom. That's your best of the best. You've got to show to everyone type of album. And then all the way on the bottom, we have our Scrapyard, the ooh yuck, get it away from me, bottom of the barrel, just garbage you never want to listen to again. And then we've got Like New, Fixer Upper, Used Rental in between, and we might give it a high or low depending on what we're feeling like that day. So with all that being said, Sam, what would you rate AM by Arctic Monkeys?
I haven't been this confident in rating in a while. I think I'm going to get a very solid Used Rental. And that kind of feels correct. It's a used rental. It used to be a really popular kind of car. It ain't anymore. And you question the sanity of those who picked it as their favorite car at the time. It's okay. It's not that bad, but it's not really good at all either. But it's more bad than good. It's just kind of, it's like I said before, it sounds very corporate rock. It sounds like a Christian rock band trying to be punk,
Yes.
It feels like Posers. It feels safe. It feels derivative of itself. And it's just definitely not a good album listening experience. Do I want to know? That's a fine song. It's okay. It's definitely radio fodder with the same melodic line looping. But beyond that, the album's just kind of What about you?
I think I'm in complete agreement. This is like the most used rental rating I've ever confidently given. It's always been I think our least used rating because obviously Showroom and Scrapyard kind of speak for themselves, right? Amazing versus terrible. And then Like New is pretty common since it's like, it has flaws, but it's a good listening experience.
I feel like we do quite a lot of Fixer Upper as well.
Yes, and Fixer Upper where it's like got, equal things good and bad. We hit that well. But like used rental is that kind of sweet spot of like it being mediocre to bad, but not like mediocre enough to like be like that praiseworthy.
Yeah. I'm not seeing much here that they could fix.
Yes, but also it's not like complete garbage as like some Scrapyards have reviewed. I hear the sound, I see what they're going for. I guess they achieved it. But yeah, there's like I don't know. It's just if someone turned this on to me, I'd nod along politely. But yeah, it's just I think this is a sound that I'm glad pop has largely outgrown.
Yes. Yes.
I recognize it had its time in the sun and now it's been put out to pasture. But yeah, I mean, I can't really recommend too much from this. If you like it, fine. I won't, make fun of you for it. But yeah, it's just kind of a bad to mediocre experience with a few decent ideas in there that, if anything else, I'm just mostly going to forget about it here in like a week.
Yes. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping, because Arctic Monkeys, the album cover, this was their most famous album for a long time. I saw it everywhere. Yep. I thought for sure this was going to be like a Tame Impala's moment for me, because I didn't start listening to him until recently. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's, no wonder he's popular. He's really good. I really like his stuff. This is just, man, I guess that's why I haven't seen anything about it in the last 10 years, because it was only popular for that 3-year period. But man, this did numbers? Really? This album?
This did incredible numbers.
Why?
I mean, sometimes it's the star that burns twice as bright lasts half as long, I suppose.
I mean, I guess my clue in should have been that Rolling Stones has their 500 greatest albums of all time. You really got to pick the opposite of whatever's on that list of fantastic albums.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know if I have much more to say about this album, honestly. It's listen to it or don't. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm going to forget about it.
Yep.
But rolling on over the Spare Tire, which is just whatever else we've been listening to in the past. I don't want to look how long it's been since we did the last episode. But what have you been listening to, Coop? I imagine it's been quite a bit.
Yeah, I won't go through everything I've been listening to the past how many weeks, but let's see. I listened to Downward Spiral by Nine Inch Nails, the one with Hurt on it, because we listened to Johnny Cash.
Yep.
I'll listen to the original.
How does it compare?
I mean, I prefer the Johnny Cash version.
Most people do.
But the Downward Spiral is actually a pretty great album. I'm not dug into the Nine Inch Nails discography that much, but like for like kind of like a grungy, like very hectic like 90s album, it's firing on all the cylinders. I'm not necessarily gonna say everyone's gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but like they were like this is like what AM was like posing as having like any sort of character or grit. And then besides that, I've listened to quite a few albums, but recently I've just been listening to a lot of Takanaka. If I'm being honest, which is like, I don't know, it's like it's spring, it's getting warmer, it makes me want to feel like I'm on the beach. So just all around feel good music. So I'm never not going to begrudge some Takanaka. What about you, Sam?
Let's see. I listen to Justice every time I go to the gym.
Of course.
I've been listening to a lot of The Mountain still, because that's just a fucking amazing album. Listen to a lot of Tron Legacy soundtrack while I'm at work trying to focus. Listening to a lot of Interstellar soundtrack at work while I'm trying to focus. I was doing a little bit of Asian Dreamer, some Cassiopeia,
nice.
Some Takanaka. I revisited on guitar because it had been quite a long time since I'd listened to that.
I just listened to On Guitar yesterday.
I
all the way through.
Still
Such
love
a good
it.
album.
So good. I for some reason Rooney popped up back in my head because they opened for ELO when they were touring, and I didn't even know ahead of time. I was just going to see ELO, and then Rooney came on. I'm like, hold on, I used to listen to these guys a crap ton when I was younger, and so I was listening to When Did Your Heart Go Missing, which is obviously their most famous song, and I started listening to through some of their discography to see if anything else kind of hit the same. Some Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon because I wanted to cry. Yeah, that's really it. I've got an organ concerto playlist I've been listening to, but other than that, I don't have signal at work anymore for some reason, so I've mainly been listening to my downloads, so there's not really anything new. Hopefully that gets fixed here soon, but it's been like 2 months. I don't know why. Just one day the wind blew, the signal disappeared, and it's never been back.
It flew
away, so I can no longer explore new music while at work or listen to my YouTube podcasts. So I'm a sad boy.
Yeah, well, hopefully soon.
Fingers crossed.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all we got for you this week. If you've liked what you've heard and you want to hear some more of it, you can go to YouTube, where almost all of the past episodes are. There's a picture of Jeff Lynne. He's the guy with the aviators on the Twitch page. They'll take you right there. And if you're listening on YouTube and you want to yell at the bots in the chat that keep popping up and trying to tell us to buy views since nobody's watching, you can click the link in the YouTube description. That'll take you to Twitch, where we're sometimes live 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Hopefully we'll be getting back to it here soon. But life's busy, man. And we've also got a Blue Sky. We'll let you know what we're listening to and when we're listening to it. It's at Audio Shop Pod. That's POD. If you want to give us a follow there. Yeah. We got that new Ringo album coming up, or already out. I don't remember when that's coming. It came out last Friday, it looks like, or the Friday before. So I know what we're going to review next time. Well, I guess I should also say we turned 7 in April. We missed the anniversary. So yes, been doing this for a hot minute. And here's to 70 more. Yep. All right. That's all we got. Have a good one. See you later, shoppies. See ya.